Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be doing a guide on Season 3, Chapter 1 of The Infinite Labyrinth. As usual, timestamps will be down below if you want to skip ahead to further parts of the video. However, let's get started with Stage 1. Just a quick disclaimer before we start that most of the guides today won't be free to play friendly. However, the strats I will be using are able to be used by everyone if you have the right stuff or if you just want to attempt it anyway. But to begin, we're going to make sure the donut's below 50% HP so we can get the full effect of Werewolf's artifact. Once it's below 50% HP, you can do the same with Soda if you like, however I won't need to be doing that. We're just going to come over here and cast Donut's ult at the top around this diamond over here, and then one over here and one over there, just to get the maximum chances of him dealing the most damage. Then we're going to be coming over to the bottom with Rockstar and then swapping back to Soda to kill everyone as fast as we can. We really want to be as efficient as possible, killing all the enemies. If you're too slow, like I was here, some of the enemies won't be killed by the turrets over at the top over here. So you do want to reset your run until the turrets kill the enemies up here. Or if you don't have enough strong enough Twisted Donut, you may not be able to kill them quick enough. But if you are fast and if you do have enough damage, you should be able to take out most of the guys at the top over here. And you can get about a 10-second clear I've had. But yeah, you want to be really quick with the enemies at the bottom so that all of them can spawn in before your turrets disappear. This second stage here isn't too hard. I've had about an 8-second clear with this stage. We just want to start up and cast Cherry's charge up attack and her ult so she gets the full effect from the Lemon Zest artifact. And we're going to be swapping to Mara and casting her ult. Like that, just killing them instantly, and we're going to be running back down to the bottom over here just so we can clear out with Plantain's skill. We're coming down to the bottom over here, and we want to make sure that these two bats over here do come in. If they don't come in, you might want to reset, or you can try dashing. I found dashing to work. Then we're going to go swap to Cherry and just cast her skill to finish everyone off like that. And if your Cherry's pretty built like mine, she should just be able to one-shot everything very quickly. You want to aim for about 8 seconds here. This third stage, I've had a lot of struggle trying to get the best strats. The best I can get is about 10 to 11 seconds, but I've heard 9 seconds is the best I've heard. But just to begin, we're going to be starting the wave and casting Wizard's skill here, so the enemies run up this way and take the effect of his skill, casting his ult to one-shot them. If you have a strong enough Wizard, he should be able to kill them pretty instantly, but if you can't, then you can just swap to Lemon Zest like I will to finish them all off like that. So once they're all dead, we're going to be coming down. You want to make sure you're around these steps over here so these enemies don't run up to the top and you can get the most amount of kills with all of them. So once they're around here, you want to make sure you hit these two as well, so just so it starts this next wave. Then once we fall back, we're going to be casting Coralby's ult over here, and you just want to aim it so it kills all of them in a straight line. If you can line them up so they're all in a single line, you won't need to move as much and you can save quite a bit of time doing that. But again, I've done about 10 seconds and I've heard 9 seconds is the best for this. This second chapter, I've just swapped Twisted Donut out for Durian, and just chucked on the Earth set that I would have normally had on Durian. So begin, we're going to be making sure that Rockstar's ult's around here. You can aim it have a little bit lower. I like to have it a little bit lower, but here's just fine. Once we cast his ult, we're going to be starting the wave. And then running back down to the bottom corner. And we're going to be using Soda to make sure that these enemies all die here. You want to make sure that you're below 75% HP, but I just won't be doing that for the video. Just so she gets a little bit more crit damage out and she can kill these enemies a little bit easier. Once these enemies are all dead, you're going to be coming down to the very bottom corner. Just try not to fall off the map. I have done that a couple times. And using Durian's ult to kill all the enemies that spawn over here. If you are precise and quick enough, this enemy should die as well, and it will make killing these guys a lot easier. But we're going to make sure that these enemies, and if you're fast as well, Rockstar's ult will still be around, so you can save quite a bit of damage from that. But we're just going to use Soda's ult to finish off everyone, and if they all die, then you can save quite a bit of time from the cleanup. If they don't, you just want to finish them off as quickly as you can. This second stage here is probably the hardest out of all of them, out of this section over here, because it's just like there's tons of enemies spread around and I haven't really found a really good way to do it. But just to begin, we're going to be starting the stage and coming over to about this square over here. I like to be on the bottom of it just so it hits this guy and this top left guy over here. You can't hit this one over here, just only this one. But once it starts, then we're just going to be casting Marla's ultimate. We don't want to be using Cherry's skill just yet. We want to be using Marla's ultimate. We'll let it swap. Then once that guy dies, we're going to be swapping back to Plantain and casting his ultimate just so we can hook everyone in as possible, and using his skill to finish everyone off. Swapping back to Marla to kill these top two over here, and if you are quick enough, Cherry's ult will stay up long enough to kill this guy and this guy. But once we come over to Marla's skill, you do ideally want to hit this guy as well and one-shot him. But then once we do that, we're going to be just going back to Cherry and then casting her skill to finish everyone off. If your Cherry is strong enough, you should be able to kill these top two over here, and you can just finish them off with like Plantain or Marla. I like to do Marla since she does a little bit more damage. Then again, if you are quick enough, the effects of Marla's ultimate and Chili's ultimate will still be available. And if you can't kill these enemies quick enough, you can always knock them off the map. I have found that to work as well for the free-to-play players. Just to begin, I have swapped DC Corolbis for DC stuff. But to begin, we'll be casting Wizard's ultimate in the middle and then using his skill. I do have the ghost set on Wizard, so he does do the defense down, but if you don't have it, it's not too necessary. You just need some, anything on Wizard, it doesn't really matter. Then we're going to go to Lemon Zest and just use his skill and then ult on the second wave. So skill on the first wave, ult on the second wave. Make sure that you get the charge up attack just so you can get the most amount of damage from his skill like this, and that will clear him out pretty damn quickly. Then you can ult, and you want to make sure you ult before this guy runs away, because if he runs away then you lose quite a bit of time trying to chase him and clean him up. And then go to DC. In this example, mine didn't crit to kill this guy, so I would normally reset. But if you're quick on DC, you should just be able to ult in the middle and it will kill everyone. Like that. And then you can just clean up anything you missed, or if you are quick enough, these guys will run away. And yeah, that'll be this stage done. Stage 3 is by far the heaviest in stats I think it's been yet. Maybe in the last season's chapter 1 it was a bit harder with the stat checks, but this one is probably just as hard, since it's quite hard to kill the enemies in this first stage. I would heavily recommend waiting for Rockstar's attack percent increase to start off here, just so you can get the quickest kill possible. But to begin, we want to start with Rockstar's ult on the top right, and swapping to Soda and casting her ult once everyone spawns in. Once everyone spawns in, we want to be casting her ult. You also want to make sure you dodge these fireballs, so if we could to delay it a little bit. If your Soda doesn't kill them like mine doesn't, you want to use the skill to make sure they're all dead. Then we're using her skills as quickly as possible to kill everyone off. If you do go quick enough, they should be able to die, or you should be able to do it inside Rockstar's ultimate. So again, I'll leave it slow there. You only need one of the enemies to live for the next stage to start, and if you are quick enough, Rockstar's ult won't be back, so I won't be using it here like normal. But if yours is too slow, you can just use Rockstar again. I'm going to be swapping back to Durian, and then coming over here and ulting everyone in the middle, just so I can get as much damage as possible. Once the enemies are all dead, I'm just going to be coming up and just making sure that my attacks are perfectly spread out, so I can get all these enemies as possible. Then we're just going to be finishing them off with Durian. This second stage here is kind of hard if you don't have a good Plantain, Marla or Cherry build. You kind of need all three to be really strong for this to work. But just to start, we're going to be starting with the wave, making sure we charge Cherry's attack. Like that. And we want to be quick enough so that this bat doesn't fly away. But once they all die, we're going to be coming over to this bottom right area over here and casting Plantain's ult in the middle. You want to aim it so that these bats all get hooked in as well, just so you get the most amount of damage on them as possible, since we will need it a little bit later. You can use Marla if you have it to finish them off, and then once that wave's clear, we're going to be going back to Cherry just so we can kill them off again. And then we're waiting for Plantain's skill. You do want to wait for a second Plantain skill to finish everyone off. But while you're waiting for a Plantain skill, you're going to be on Mala, just dealing damage to kill the enemies quicker. And if the enemies don't die like this, you just want to go back to Mala or Cherry, but I don't have Cherry alive anymore. So just kill everyone up as quickly as possible. But yeah, you want to aim just for 2 Plantain skills, 1 in the second phase and 1 in the third phase, and everything else is just clean up from there. This third stage is very hard if you don't have a very good DC build. My DC is extremely strong when he crits, but he's got very low crit rate, so I have to reset a lot of my runs. But just to begin, we're going to be starting off with the Wizard ult. You want to make sure that it's high enough to hit these first enemies at the top over here, and low enough to hit the bottom enemy that spawns over here. So just bang in the middle works perfectly fine. Then we're going to be starting the wave and making sure the Wizard's skills at the top enemy over here. Swapping back to Lemon Zest and casting the charge up just so you can make sure that the attack is on this, and then just killing them off as quickly as we can. Once those guys are dead, we just want to be finishing off any one of these guys. I don't think it matters which one you take out, but I like to do the bottom one first and then just the top one. And you want to be as efficient as possible here for the quickest kill. Then once this starts again, we want to go back to Wizard and then cast his ultimate in the middle. And you want to wait for these 2 guys to run in, just so you can get the most amount of collateral with the DC ult. So once that happens, you want to position your DC ult so he hits almost everyone as possible. And if you do miss him, you can just go back to Lemon Zest to clear him out for the quickest kill. I've had about 30 seconds clear in this. I know there's definitely faster methods since some people are getting about 4700 in this stage. But yeah, this stage is definitely the hardest to get the most amount of time on since everything is just super tanky. And that will be the complete guide of the Season 3 Chapter 1 Infinite Labyrinth. Pretty quick video this week since most of it is just how fast you can kill the enemies and not too many extremely difficult strats. I'll go over the cookie builds now. So to begin, we got Soda running her full water set. I just had the Fruits of Labor on because I couldn't be bothered to change it to the Chili artifact, but you do want to run Opportunity Strikes for almost everything in this stage. If you do struggle on the third stage killing them, I'd recommend running Fruits of Labor, Rockstar Mac Ant buff, Durian max attack, so he's just got double attack on everything. And Twisted Donut just uses this set, and I have Twisted Donuts Unique, so I just use Twisted Donuts Unique with the Werewolf artifact. Plantain running this. You do also want to run the Werewolf artifact on the third stage, 3-2, just so he can get a little bit more damage out of his skills. Miles running this. Cherry's running this. You can swap the artifact with Lemon Zest on the third stage, however I like to do it for the second stage since I do one-shot them with Lemon Zest. Wizard's running this. You can also change this artifact for the Ninja artifact on the second stage and third stage. Lemon Zest is running this. DC and Krolby just swap between these 2 sets, and Krolby has her own artifact on. Yeah, that'll be the video. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Thank you for watching.